I've applied a type of conditional formatting called data bars to the product columns dairy, produce, grain, and beverages. Data bars help you to see the value of a cell relative to other cells. The length of the data bar represents the value in the cell. A longer bar, like this one, represents a higher value, and a shorter bar, like this one, represents a lower value. The data bars show us that dairy is selling particularly well in Italy, the Netherlands, Spain, and Sweden, but not doing so well in France. Same data is formatted with color scales. This is a 3-color scale with dark green showing the highest sales, like here for dairy in Spain and here for Sweden in grain. The lighter green cells show the figures starting to go down here in the Netherlands for dairy. The kind of yellow color shows the midpoint sales, and red shows the lowest numbers. For example, just 901 for grain in Spain. Icon sets. Each icon represents a range of values. In this 3-arrow set, the green up arrow represents the highest value. The yellow sideways arrow represents middle values, and the red down arrows represent the lowest values. Apply rules to just some cells, such as greater than, less than, and between, instead of formatting all the cells. Here, the greater than rule is applied to the same data, showing all sales greater than 6,000. Because of the formatting, you have no trouble spotting the sales above 6,000. Same data again with another type of rule applied, showing the top 10% of sales, which were made by Italy, the Netherlands, Spain, and Sweden. The top 10% pop right out at you because of the formatting. I'll start by clearing the data bar formatting that's already been applied. I'll just select the data. Then, on the Home tab, in the Styles group, I'll click Conditional Formatting, Clear Rules, and then Clear Rules from Selected Cells. Now, I'll apply conditional formatting again by clicking Conditional Formatting, and I'll point to data bars. And notice that as I point to each sample of the data bars, you get a preview of how it will look in the spreadsheet. And you also get a brief description, like this says blue data bar. I think I'll pick that one. Now before I go on, let's see what happens when I change a value. For example, in the beverages column, I'll change 2312 to 59.99. Now notice the length of the bar in the cell right now. I'll type 59.99 and press enter, and now the data bar is longer. Now I'll press Ctrl Z to undo my change, and notice that when we get the original figure back, the data bar grows smaller. I'll remove the formatting already applied by clicking Conditional Formatting, pointing to Clear Rules, and since I haven't selected the data yet, I'll clear rules from entire sheet. Then I'll select the data I want to apply the formatting to, click Conditional Formatting, and point to Color Scales. And once again, as I move the cursor across these samples, you get a preview in the spreadsheet of how the formatting will look. But say you don't care for any of these rules. Perhaps you'd like to have the color match your company logo, for example. So it says here More Rules. I'm going to click More Rules. And in this new Formatting Rule dialog box, it says Format all cells based on their values, which is what I want. Here in the Format Style box, it says 2-color scale. I could pick 3-color, but I think I'll just stick with 2-color. Then here in the color for the minimum or the lowest values, I'm going to pick this blue color. And then for the highest values, I'm going to pick this green color. And then I'll click OK. And there's my personalized conditional formatting. Look at icon sets. I'll select the data I want to apply formatting to, click Conditional Formatting, point to icon sets, and then as before, when I move my cursor over any of the sets, we get a preview in the spreadsheet. Here, for example, are some flags. But I think what I like is this 3 triangle set. So click OK. And the green triangles, they're upward pointing, so they indicate the higher values. Here are the midpoint values, and these red triangles pointing downwards are the lower values. While I'm here, I think I'll apply some formatting to this total sales column. So I'll select the data, click conditional formatting, and I think I'll apply some data bars. And we see the sample in the spreadsheet as I scroll, and I think I'll pick solid green. And there we've got 2 different rules applied to the data. But if you want to, you can format cells, say, that are just above a certain range to make values stand out, or you could format, for example, the top 10 or 20% of sales. So first I'm going to clear this formatting by selecting the cells, clicking conditional formatting, pointing to clear rules, and then selecting clear rules from selected cells. So now I can start fresh. I'll click conditional formatting, and I'm going to point to highlight cells rules. And here are some of the things you can do. You can highlight cells that are greater than or less than or between. And as you can see, there are other items as well, like equal to and so on. I want to see cells formatted that are greater than 8,000. So I'm going to click greater than, and in the format cells that are greater than box, I'm going to type 8,000. And for the formatting, I'm going to click the arrow here and pick green fill with dark green text and click OK. Now at a glance I can see which cells contain values over 8,000. Now I'd like to apply another rule because I'd like to see sales that are below 2,000. So I've selected the cells again, point to conditional formatting, and highlight cell rules, only this time I'll click less than. In the format cells that are less than box, I'll type 2,000. I'll keep this formatting light red fill with dark red text and click OK. And so there in red we see sales that are under 2,000, and in green we see sales that are over 8,000. Now what's neat is if you change a figure, say this figure of 1946, that's a mistake, it should be 2200. Press my enter key on my keyboard, and the formatting's gone because the value is no longer under 2,000. I'll select my cells, then click conditional formatting, and move my cursor all the way to the bottom of the menu to where it says manage rules. It says here show formatting rules for current selection, which is what I want, and we can see here the 2 rules that I've applied. We've got cells formatted that are less than 2,000, and we've got cells formatted that are greater than 8,000. I'm going to click on this rule because it's the rule I want to change, and click edit rule. And right here we can see that the cell value is formatted if it's greater than 8,000. Well, I want it to be greater than 7,000. So type 7,000, click OK, and click OK again. You can always create your own conditional formatting rules. Start by selecting the text you want to format, and I'll select these 4 columns of products. Click on conditional formatting, and then move the cursor down and click on New Rule. The New Formatting Rule dialog box opens, and in here, under Select a Rule Type, are all the different kinds of rules that I could create. Well, I want to select Format Only values that are above or below average. And here, under Format Values That Are, I click the arrow and see my different choices. I could click above, below, equal or above, equal or below, or 1 standard deviation above or below up to 3. Well, I'm going to click equal or below. Next, I need to select the formatting. So click the Format button, and under Font and Color, I'm going to choose white to reverse the text, and under Fill, I'm going to click this orange color. Then I'll click OK, and OK. And that's not bad. It's pretty easy to see the figures that are equal to or below the average. But I think the white text was kind of a mistake. It's just not that easy to read against the orange. So I'm going to revise the rule. I'll start by selecting the text I just formatted, clicking Conditional Formatting, and then moving the cursor all the way down to the bottom here where it says Manage Rules. Here's my rule, and I'll click Edit Rule. Then I'll click Format, and I'll click the Font tab, and under Color, I'll select Automatic. Then I'll click OK, OK, and OK once again, and now the text is black, and it's very easy to see the figures that are equal to or below the average. I want to show an icon in this column of measurements for every measurement that's equal to or greater than 200, as well as equal to or less than 1000. I've selected the measurements, point to Conditional Formatting and click, then move the cursor down to where it says New Rule, and under Select a Rule Type it says Format all cells based on their values, and that's what I want. And here under Format Style I'll click the arrow and choose Icon Sets. This icon set is fine for me, but the trick is I only want to show one icon, not all three. So I'll show you how to do that. Now first, under Type, I'm not dealing with percent for either of these numbers, so I'm going to click the arrow and choose Number, and then once again click the arrow and choose Number. And then first of all, when values are greater than or equal to 1000, I don't want to see an icon, so I'll click the arrow on the icon and say No Cell Icon. Then, for figures that are greater than or equal to 200, instead of this yellow icon, I want to see a green icon, so I click and select the green icon. And then for values less than 200, I don't want to see an icon, so I'll click the arrow and select No Cell Icon. Then I'll click OK, and here's what we have, an icon next to 432 and 775 and 209. There are many types of rules that you can create just to have some fun and experiment.